this is a sari, a beautiful traditional garment worn by women all over South Asia. But for a group of students in a small rural village in India, this sari meant a lot more. When I was volunteering there with my family, a teacher there told me that they teach their students to save all the money they receive and use part of it to buy their mothers a sari. It was a touching gesture, and yet it revealed something much deeper. These students were being taught to save from a young age, setting goals and working towards them, the very first step towards financial empowerment. Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about how financial literacy can empower us to break free of our economic limitations and build us a future beyond the horizon. First, I'm going to discuss the importance of financial literacy, and then a mindset that all of us can implement in our lives. And finally, the action that each and every one of us can take. So firstly, we always talk about how financial literacy is so important, but we rarely ask, why? Let me show you something. This box here represents the average monthly household income of families in the UAE, around 18,250 dirhams. And this smaller box here, of those families that I met in India, only around 380 dirhams. This difference is absolutely massive, but here's the thing that struck me. No matter how much money you have, if you don't know how to manage it wisely, then all of it will drain out. According to a study by Standards & Poor's, 2 in 3 adults worldwide are not financially literate, which means that they don't know the basics of budgeting, saving, and interest. And here's something that hits a little bit closer to home. In the UAE, only 7% of teens aged 15 years old are at a high level of financial literacy, which means over 90% are not prepared for their financial future. Quick question for the audience. By a show of hands, how many of you here were formally taught financial literacy as a part of your schooling? That's right. Most of us never were. In school, we always learn about math, English, science, all incredibly important subjects. But we rarely learn how to budget, how to save, how to prepare us financially for our jobs. This gap is what financial literacy seeks to fill. It's not just about having a job or managing money. It's about having the power to make your choice and the freedom to follow them. Because through this, we can go beyond the horizon. Now that we know why this is so important, let's look at how we can actually implement this. My second point is that through the mindset of inversion, we can all make smarter financial decisions. How can I kill the pilots? Sounds like an absurd question to ask, right? Well, this is exactly what a young meteorologist working for the US Army during World War II would ask himself. How can I kill the pilots? Not because he wanted to kill the people who were saving his country, but because through identifying the possible disasters, the mission failure, and then working to find solutions that could stop that, he could best effectively save the pilots. And do you know who that meteorologist was? Charlie Munger, the former vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's partner, and one of the world's most respected investors. There's very few people in the world who know more about money than him. And that's exactly what inversion is all about. Taking a problem and flipping it completely on its head. Instead of asking, how can I succeed? You also ask, how can I fail? And what you can do to avoid that. And this thinking is exactly what I used when I organized DIA Emirates Sales Cube for Change, the region's first ever charity speed cubing competition and officially recognized by the World Cubing Association. Our goal was simple: to maximize our donations to the Dubai Cares charity. And instead of just listing what was required, we looked at what could go wrong. What if we didn't get enough volunteers, competitors, and sponsors? And then by identifying the failure points early, we could best effectively build a solution beforehand. And the result? We had over 160 competitors, 400 attendees, and more than 2,000 dirhams raised through the mindset of inversion. And this mindset is perfect for implementing when making financial decisions in real life as well. So the next time you set a savings goal, I don't just want you to think about how you can succeed in this, but also about the possible financial mistakes that you could make, such as not saving money, not budgeting properly to meet your goal, or through investing all your money into Dogecoin for retirement. Through the mindset of inversion, you can most effectively understand what could go wrong and mitigate that currently. But it's not enough to just have a mindset. We need to look at how we can all take an action in real life. My third point is about the action that each and every one of us can take in financial literacy. This change isn't just about one person. It takes parents, educators, and students all working together towards a common cause. Firstly, for parents. Financial literacy begins from the home. Have conversations with your kids about money from a young age, whether it be how to manage subscriptions, how you budget for your monthly bills and groceries, or how you, when going to a bank, making withdrawals and getting money back. The goal is to normalize conversations about money with your kids and make them comfortable and show them that financial decision making is a part of daily life. Secondly, for educators. Students spend most of their formative years in school, but as we've seen, there is a massive lack in the financial literacy currently. No matter which teacher you are, whether you're an economics or English teacher, implement financial literacy concepts into your curriculum. If you're an English teacher, you can look at the decision making of the characters and their financial context behind that. If you're a history teacher, when looking at how kingdoms rise and fall, you can look about the economic reasons behind that. And if you're a math teacher, when you're teaching exponents, you can look at the power of compound interest through word problems. This way, these small little integrations all add up and can allow students to learn financial literacy naturally. And finally, for students. Now you may be thinking, I'm still in school. How can I learn to manage money? But financial literacy isn't just about having a job. It's about building the right habits right now and preparing for the future. So, start small. Prepare a budget. Track your monthly expenses, or even try a free online stock simulator. Remember, Warren Buffett bought his first stock at the age of 11 years old. It's never too early to start. And through this, you can begin your financial literacy education on your own terms. To conclude, I talked about how financial literacy can empower us to break free of our economic limitations and allow us to create our future beyond the horizon. First, I discussed the importance of financial literacy, and then the mindset of inversion we can use to implement it. And finally, the action that all of us can take. So here's what I want everyone to do. Take a moment and set a financial goal. It could be absolutely anything. For the students here, it could be saving up for college. For the adults, it could be saving up for retirement. But this goal is where it starts. Because What starts as a sari can turn into a car, your education, a home, and even financial freedom. Those students, they weren't just learning to save up for a sari. They were learning to dream and to go beyond the horizon. And so can all of us. Thank you.